If small town life, beautiful countryside, less congestion sound good to you, then West Virginia is a great place to consider for retirement. So today we'll talk about some of what the Eastern Panhandle offers to retirees. And by the way, our contact information is below. And if you want to learn more about the Eastern Panhandle, consider subscribing. So the first thing I'll talk about is something that's pretty important to most people when they are considering where to retire, and that's the tax situation. And it's pretty good here for retirees thanks to some recent changes in the tax laws. If you make $100,000 or less, your Social Security won't be taxed as of 2022. Taxes on income was also recently reduced by 21.25% across all income brackets, with plans for further reductions, and puts West Virginia on a path to completely eliminate personal income taxes altogether, according to Jim Justice, the governor. Also, there's no state inheritance tax in West Virginia. Property taxes here are among the lowest in the country. And on top of that, if you are 65 or older, you have a $20,000 exemption on your property taxes. So if the tax assessment on a home is $200,000, you'd take $20,000 off that, so you'd pay taxes on $180,000. Another big advantage in West Virginia is the housing costs. Charlestown is just a short drive to Frederick, but homes in Charlestown are quite a bit less expensive. The median value of a home in Charlestown is $318,000, while a home in Frederick is $430,000. The median value for a home in Shepherdstown is $329,000, which is also less than Frederick. And Shepherdstown, I think, beats the pants off Frederick as far as, charm goes. And also, just the small town vibe is different than Frederick. Martinsburg in Berkeley County is the neighboring county to Jefferson to the northwest. And even though Martinsburg is a short drive to Hagerstown, Maryland, homes in the Martinsburg area are less expensive than Hagerstown, $220 compared to $254 in Hagerstown. And something else that's way less expensive is the property taxes. As we mentioned earlier, the monthly taxes on a $430,000 home in Frederick is about $3,600 compared to $2,200 in Charlestown. Another important consideration for retirees is the healthcare situation. There's a hospital in each county here, Jefferson Memorial in Jefferson County, War Memorial in Morgan County, and Berkeley Medical Center in Berkeley County. And that hospital, Berkeley Medical Center, is part of the WVU medical system, which has hospitals and clinics throughout West Virginia, several of which are in the Eastern Panhandle. And given the close proximity to major metro areas, we are not far from large research hospital centers like Johns Hopkins in Baltimore. That's about an hour and a half, 2-hour drive, depending on where you are. Winchester Medical Center is about a 30-minute drive from most locations in the Eastern Panhandle. That's a huge facility. My husband had heart surgery there. So as far as medical care, you're not in the boonies here in the Eastern Panhandle. The boonies aren't far away, but neither are the advantages offered in larger metro areas, which is another thing that's very appealing about living here. If you like small town living, less congestion, but occasionally want to hit the city lights, you're a couple-hour drive to large cities, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Crime. My go-to to check that out is crimegrade.org. It color codes areas according to crime data. So it makes it very easy to check out an area. And I always check it out if I'm booking a hotel room in an area I'm not familiar with. Dark green means very low crime, and then lighter green means low crime, but not as low as dark green. Dark red means the opposite, higher crime. There's a lot of dark green here in the Eastern Panhandle. Each county here has senior centers that offer transportation to and from medical facilities, grocery stores. They also have activities, classes, meals. One of the things that I find so appealing here is the small historic towns and just the vibe of small town life. Living in a big city with lots of nightlife, I don't know, just doesn't have the appeal now. Maybe that's true for you. I know a lot of people, when looking for a place to retire, look for places that are less congested. And in this region, you won't beat West Virginia. Also, there's a relocation guide for the Eastern Panhandle that you can download. It'll tell you more about each county, things like how to register your car, practical things. So you can download that at meetmeinthepanhandle.com/relocation guide. The Eastern Panhandle has some charming historic towns: Harpers Ferry, Charlestown, Shepherdstown in Jefferson County, Martinsburg in Berkeley County, and Berkeley Springs in Morgan County. And the 4 videos here go into more detail about each of those areas. So you can check that out. And thanks for tuning in. That's it for today. I'll see you next week. Bye.